Coach, you battle back from trailing 16 points, 56 points in the paint. There's a lot of positives in this one. You didn't get the outcome you wanted. What do you take from this game tonight?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we didn't shoot the ball well when we had good looks. We didn't finish around the rim. It was kind of a poor offensive night when it came to completing plays. A lot of turnovers in the first, I'd say, quarter and a half, which kind of fed their lead a bit. So.
Can look for a lot of different players that stepped up at different times tonight. Terrence Shannon Jr., a career game for him.
Yeah.
I mean, what did you see from the many ways? I mean, he was making an impact.
Yeah, it was great. He was getting downhill. He was making plays for the middle of the paint. Physical defensive presence. Thought he was pretty good on the boards too. So.
Chris, are you all right with Ant taking that shot in that moment like that?
I mean, I thought he got a pretty clean look at both the 2-for-1 and the step back three. That's kind of his shot. So.
Was this another kind of low energy game, at least at the start?
Yeah, I mean, certain guys seem to be a little bit tired out there, but some of them found it, and some of them never did find it. So, but it was more. I mean, turnovers. I thought were more of an indicator of sloppy play than low energy, to be honest with you. So.
When the group collectively is missing as many threes as they were, did you just want them to keep going to it and think that it was gonna turn eventually, or did you? I guess the shot selection. What did you think about?
I mean, there was. We were doing a good job of getting downhill for a little while there, particularly in the fourth when we tightened the game back up. But not everybody has the same level of downhill ability. So I thought we had some good looks. If you got to believe the next one's going in. So.
It seemed like they were intent in the last 5 minutes of just attacking in the first 8 seconds of the clock. What do you think of the way the defense played in that spot?
We fouled. I mean, just cheap fouls. We got to make them earn buckets at the end of the game rather than foul.
It seemed like they got downhill pretty easily in those spots too. Is there just a way to be more ready early in the clock?
The ultimate foul was was a closeout and Lopez drives right and we get under him. But yeah, we got to be more ready for sure. So.
Chris, what did you think of your transition defense tonight?
Was not great, but I didn't think that was what cost us the game. So.
How do you think Jaden McDaniels can have his whole performance be the way he played that second half?
It's that's a question for him. He's got to be a little bit sharper. I thought he had a couple sloppy turnovers to start the game, and that kind of set the mood for the first half. He saw a couple shots go in, and brought him a little bit to life. Was able to get him downhill a couple times, but he's got to bring it. When we're shorthanded like this, we got to have it from these guys. So no doubt about it.
On defense, it looked like there was often some confusion about matchups, it didn't seem like people weren't. Was that just unfamiliarity, or
we were trying to quick match him in transition? So we weren't necessarily running back to a guy. We were trying to run back to the fastest matchup. So.
And then, especially in the first half, it just looked like you were really missing Conley or anybody to organize the offense.
Yeah.
And so, I guess Ingles was to some extent your
yeah, definitely.
Guy.
Yeah, we got the ball at Joe's hand, calm things down a little bit. But we need more from we certainly need more from Rob in that situation. Be more of a point guard. And right now, I think he's trying to search his offense too much, and he needs to search pace, search the paint, and search the pass.
Before the last possession, you didn't call timeout. Did you just see something in the matchups?
With 10 seconds, I figured we'd get something in the broken floor. Didn't want them to be able to put defenders on and do stuff like that. So I'm happy with the last possession. So
when it comes to having some guys step up, whether it's the young guys, whether it's guys like Jaden or Nas stepping into a larger role, do they have to sometimes fight pressing too hard when they sense an opportunity?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what they're feeling in that mind. They shouldn't at this point in their career. They should understand, So I don't think we need them to step up. We just need them to play consistently the same every night.
know you just kind of answered the question about Joe, but what was different about in his minutes that you saw both the first and second half of just how the offense was running overall?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, the pick and roll, he can make all the plays. So, we try to feature that when he's in there. Just kind of a safe pair of hands at times, So, just a little bit more organized, a little bit more Rudy pick and roll. So.
Does that just feel critical in whatever this time is that Mike's going to be out for, is just having some, whether it's Joe or just in general, having more control in the half court?
I think, for sure. No, we need to get more organized. We talked about that the other day after the Cleveland game. There's certain lineups out there, and again, this is this is what we need from Rob. We need him to get us into stuff and get us organized and play with some structure.